If there's one camper style that's truly gone global, it's the Teardrop. And today I want to show you a fresh crew from Australia that's aiming way beyond their home turf. This is Breath Trailer, and for a young company, they're making some seriously confident moves. When you land on Breath Trailer's website, one thing becomes instantly clear. They do teardrops, and only teardrops. No distractions, no side projects, just a full commitment to getting this one classic design right. That focus has already paid off, with the team even entering the Better Future Sydney Design Awards for 2025. For a brand that's still new on the scene, that's a pretty bold introduction. What really helps Breath stand out, though, is that these campers are proudly built in Australia, and the company is putting real effort into doing things responsibly. For every camper they sell, they support the planting of 100 trees through One Tree Planted, which is a nice touch if sustainability matters to you as much as adventure does. Another big reason this brand is picking up momentum so quickly comes down to how these trailers are built and just how customizable they are. Breath offers 3 different layouts, each one stepping things up a notch in terms of equipment. Even if you go all in on the most loaded version, there are still extra options waiting to help you tailor the trailer to your own travel style and habits. At its core, the Breath follows classic teardrop logic. Inside, you've got a cozy space designed for sleeping, relaxing, eating, and even getting a bit of work done if you have to. Outside is where the outdoor lifestyle really comes alive, thanks to the rear-mounted galley and a long list of features meant to keep you connected to the places you camp. Structurally, each Breath starts with a hot-dipped galvanized steel trailer and an aluminum frame for the shell, keeping things strong without piling on unnecessary weight. The lightest version, called the Essential, comes in at around 700 kilograms dry, while the fully loaded Ultra starts at about 900 kilograms. The Plus splits the difference nicely at 800 kilograms. Across the board, they all share the same GTM and ATM ratings, so towing expectations stay consistent no matter which version you choose. The shell itself is another area where Breath clearly spent time and effort. The walls are built from 3 layers, including an aluminum outer skin with a powder coat finish, closed cell insulation, and a birch plywood interior sealed with eco-friendly, non-toxic products. Even small details like the ceiling liner add a clean, well-thought-out look to the cabin. Inside, you'll find all the teardrop essentials you'd expect, like storage, lighting, fans, and access to the trailer's systems. There are even small nightstands, which always feel like a luxury in a compact camper. One of my favorite touches is the removable table, which gives you a proper spot to eat, work, or play games when the weather turns ugly. Whether you're knocking out emails or playing cards in the middle of nowhere, it's a simple feature that adds a lot of flexibility. Step outside, and the Australian influence becomes even more obvious. Aussie campers have a reputation for being ready to live off-grid, and Breath absolutely sticks to that tradition. Even if you start with the most basic Essential model, you can upgrade over time until it's nearly as capable as the Ultra, assuming you've got the patience and the budget. If you'd rather skip the waiting and just hit the road immediately, the Ultra is built as a true turnkey option. Available gear includes things like bike racks, roof racks, spare tire mounts, solar panels, water heaters, awnings, and extra storage boxes. Pair all of that with a solid suspension setup, and you've got a trailer that's happy to follow you well off the pavement. Suspension is another area where customization comes into play. The standard setup uses a torsion axle, but you can upgrade to reinforced leaf springs with coil shocks and all-terrain tires, or even go fully independent. For an Australian camper, that last option almost feels mandatory. Around the back, the galley is laid out in traditional teardrop fashion under the rear hatch. On the Ultra model, this space is impressively well equipped. At that level, you're getting an upright fridge, a 2-burner cooktop, a sink with faucet, solid counter space, overhead storage, LED lighting, external power outlets, and even an exterior table that mounts to the side of the trailer. On the other end of the lineup, the Essential starts at a much lower price point, but it's missing most of those premium features. If you're after things like solar power, or a more complete kitchen setup, the Plus is really where the lineup starts to make the most sense. So, is a Breath Teardrop right for you? That really comes down to how you want to travel and how self-sufficient you plan to be.